A 65-year-old man from New York City shot a mugger in self-defense. It was caught on video and, surprisingly, the law seems to agree that the shooting was justified. But he's facing life in prison anyway, simply for owning the guns in the first place. Keep watching for all the details. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Before we jump into this huge miscarriage of justice, I want to thank Blackout Coffee for supporting the channel. Blackout is a great company that is also freedom-loving, with a huge variety of brews and flavors, as well as partner roasts that donate to your favorite gun rights groups directly. Check them out and support the channel at blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll. And as an aside, we are interrupting the usual Liberty Doll programming to include Liberty Toddler, who just really is not hanging out with Daddy today. Charles Foner was nearly mugged outside a parking garage in Queens around 2 a.m. on June 1st. He was walking home from buying cigarettes when an armed criminal with a 15-charge rap sheet approached him and demanded money and smokes. Kind of like this.
Let's go. Smokes.
You don't even smoke, Bubbles.
Give me a smoke, hairdo.
But a lot more menacing. Surveillance footage shows Foner backing away from the would-be mugger, who is not deterred when Foner draws his gun. The mugger lunges at him, and Foner shoots. The assailant can then be seen sprinting away and collapsing. But Foner isn't facing any charges for the mugger's death. Instead, he's facing more than 24 gun charges because only some of his guns were registered with the state.
NYPD sources confirm the shooter was not licensed to carry that specific gun, but does have a permit for a shotgun and a clean record.
According to court documents, Assistant DA Joseph Randazzo claims that Foner made a huge mistake in confessing to carrying an illegal pistol out of fear for his life. Last night, I was carrying a firearm because of the way the city has been for the last 3 years, Foner allegedly said. I read the crime stats and I see so much crime. I had the pistol. I obtained it in a bar one night.
No.
Don't ever talk to the cops.
With New York's crazy gun laws designed to basically booby-trap law-abiding Americans looking to exercise their Second Amendment rights, it's no surprise he ran afoul of it, because their laws are nearly impossible to follow if you value your life, rights, and personal security. Licensing schemes don't stop criminals, they just turn people into criminals and create black markets. New York makes things especially complicated by having licenses to possess pistols, different licenses to carry them, and yet another license to own a rifle. Yes, it is ridiculous. It also requires pistols, ammo, and so-called assault rifles to be registered with the state. New York City also has its own rules and requires even shotguns to be registered.
That's a funny joke.
If someone is that worried about their life, are they going to wait the months, or in some cases years, for the state paperwork to go through, or are they going to go to the guy who knows a guy? According to Randazzo, police searched his apartment and found what they're calling a large arsenal of approximately 26 firearms, including pistols, shotguns, rifles, an AK-47, 2 body armor vests, and multiple rounds of ammunition. Really? Multiple. According to police, most of the guns were purchased back in the 90s, before the state's most restrictive laws were even a politician's dream, including the gun used in the shooting. Randazzo says out of all the guns, only 5 of the rifles were actually licensed with the state. Foner is a deli worker who lives near the courthouse, has no previous criminal record, and called the police himself immediately after the shooting. But the court set bail at $50,000 because the city has way too many shootings. He faces up to 25 years in prison on top of the charge of criminal possession of a firearm in the first degree. This is a Class E felony in New York. Under New York Penal Code 265.01-B, a person can be found guilty of a criminal possession of a firearm if 1. They possess any firearm, or 2. They lawfully possess a firearm and fail to register it. And his defense options are pretty slim, as all the state has to do is prove that the firearms were in his possession. Foner was previously interviewed about the crime in his neighborhood back in August 2020, when there were 3 shootings near his apartment in just 5 weeks after a local hotel turned into a drug den. If he is given the full sentence and lives to serve it, he will be 94 years old at release. That is it for this video and the Liberty Toddler commentary in the back. You know the algorithm drill. Please like, share, and subscribe if you are new here. Ring the notification bell or else you will never know when I have a new video. Drop a comment down below, and as always, thanks for tuning in and happy shooting.